I'm definitely not gonna be up here long today, you guys, because I got to keep blowing my nose. So we'll probably do a nice little 15-minute live, 15-20 minute live, and I'm gonna go off and get me some sleep because I am really like it is. It is very. I am very. I think my sinuses are really kicking my tail. So I just wanted to come up here and really just talk about this gig work economy because I've been seeing a lot. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because like last year I was just to start to look at one specific YouTuber that blew up here, even though unfortunately she getting ridiculed now. But like but still I still support her. But there's they're talking about how gig work is becoming a real bummer right now. And I'm gonna be honest, it is. It is. I mean, I remember the last time I haven't done DoorDash. I stopped doing DoorDash because I was like, it's too much. And like the last time I did DoorDash, it was one day. I think it could have been around April or May. And um I was standing outside Wendy's in the car looking for an order. And it literally took about 30 to 45 minutes before our order came through. So finally, a little order comes through. Um, and then the order was nothing less of about 15, how much was it? I remember correctly, it was like $3, $3 or $4 to deliver something for like 7 miles. And I said, if they think I'm gonna take this crap, that will not be in my best interest. So I ain't even take it. I didn't take it at all. So I just decided to just leave it alone. But yeah, so I mean, I don't know. People really feel like this gig economy is really becoming a waste of time at this point. Excuse me, y'all. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this gig that right now all I do is what's that? Instacart. I haven't done that in a few weeks. I might start going back to doing that, but I honestly um I'm really at the point because if I start, I mean, gig work is like this these days. Okay, so when the pandemic started, I could see why people was doing it because it gave people a reason to get out the house so their minds can be a little um so they can kind of exercise their minds and get out the same little confined environment and just get something done. But um hey, Habib, how you doing? Um, so I know it was actually a way for people to get out and about. And back then, people were making so much more money. They were making great money. It was actually fruitful at that time. I mean, it was a good, even though the circumstances weren't necessarily good, but it was actually a good thing to gig work was actually a lucrative way to make some money on the side. But now that's all it needs to be is side money because you're not going to give it so much. Like for instance, I know somebody that does gig work still. They said they have to go back to work because they're not necessarily getting the orders that they used to get. Even last year, you were getting a pretty decent amount of orders. But now that so many people have signed up to be, gig workers, so many people have quit their jobs because they said they feel like it's a more free, I mean, it's more freedom involved and there's ways that they can, take care of a child or to take care of a sick parent or take care, if they got health problems, they don't have to have be um confined to a traditional job or be held back by a traditional job. it's it's really it's kind of, I'm gonna be honest with you, is if you got a lot of restrictions in your life and a lot of things holding you back, gig work was the perfect way to make a living, an honest living. So the fact that it's slowing up, but we got to consider everything that's making gig work slow up. There's inflation. People, they're kind of trying to save their money, in every which way because they don't want. Hey, Madison, how you doing? How you doing this evening? Yeah, there's so many it's so many reasons, but we can kind of say a lot of people don't want to admit it, but this economy is really, really rough right now. It is extreme. It's a little too rough for my. Hey, Annie, how you doing? How y'all doing? Um, it's really rough right now. It's like I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. So people are really, really, they're trying to keep their money. I've been hearing a lot of people that I know to go out to eat for the most part that ordered a lot of DoorDash when they was at work. They're starting to pack lunch now. They are starting to eat at home. They start to prepare meals. I even heard a couple of them saying they were very averse, like, I ain't getting no cookbook. I'm not cooking for nobody. And I'm like, you have pretty feet. Oh, well, thank you, Mike Tyson. I appreciate that. I appreciate the thank you. But so I know somebody they like I know people two people that they finally they started to get cookbooks and they said I'm going to prepare my meals at home. I mean drinking my little matcha latte, but homemade. But that's what I'm saying. And there's a lot of this. I'm making mine at home because I'm not gonna keep going to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts and spend drop $6, $7 for no latte. No, 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 no. We ain't doing that. But getting back to the story at hand, yeah, people are not. They are actually cutting back on food. Period. And of course, you're gonna have those spurts where people just they get like super lazy one day. They say, I'm not going out. So they'll be like ordering their food. But that's once in a while. And then like somebody had mentioned, this is game season. This is the season where people are starting to saying, and I mean maybe it'll pick up when it gets a little colder because it's still a little warm outside, especially like where I live. I live on the East Coast. So I live in Virginia. So it's still a little warm here. But maybe when it gets a little colder, but I really don't feel like it's gonna make much difference. People are just they trying to cut back and save a few pennies so they can live a little decently, because I'm even seeing, even okay, like another instance, American Express, they raised their annual fee on people. It used Now it's like 8.95. What it used to be, I don't have American Express, so I don't know, but they are just everything is just out of whack. So people are not ordering food, DoorDash. They might do Instacart. Now Instacart or grocery delivery, I see that might be the only gig work. I mean, the only gig work that if you do it, it might be more fruitful as opposed to just delivering hot food, hot food. So, excuse me, y'all. Like I told y'all, my sinuses is messing me up. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me, but that's why I told y'all I'm not gonna be on this live long because I don't want to keep blowing my nose through the live. But yeah, um, I am really so. I mean, gig work. I don't do gig work anymore. I mean, well, like I said, I do Instacart once in a while, but I don't DoorDash, Grubhub, all of those. I don't even mess with it. So. But anyway, you guys, I'm not going to stay up here long. I'm going to go ahead and end this live because I am feeling like my sinuses are really still in the kick my behind badly. And I don't want that. of, well, when he arrives in the room, then I gotta stay on a little longer. How you doing, or King? How you doing? J Boogie in the house. Let's go, let's go. Cause I was super right before you arrived in the room. I was about to make a run for it because my sinuses are kicking my black butt. But anyway, but like I was saying, hey Bookie, how you doing, Bookie? How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, yeah. So, but like I was saying, y'all, um, or I'm gonna probably yeah, I'll probably get some Benadryl in a minute. Let that put me out. I gotta look for some. I had some, not some Claritin, Zyrtec. I had to go and get some more tomorrow because I'm running out. But yeah, I'm gonna get some. I drank some hot. I mean, I ate some soup earlier, so that way that heat can compress my nasal and sinus cavities. But it's getting better because it was not that great this morning, especially when I first woke up. But anyway, but yeah, I am Hurricane. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah. I'm just like that this gig economy is really r- it's shaping up to be one of the more inconsistent ways to make money. And then I'm like, and if y'all notice, it was kind of harder to become a gig worker around, you know, around the pandemic because there was, they didn't have any open spots. And Jesus is my doctor. Hey, he writes all of your prescriptions. Yes, he does. That's the only one that writes my prescriptions. J Bug. He's the only one I depend on as far as my health analysis and diagnosis. Let's go. Just a tidbit. I always thank God every morning for my good health. Cause I don't want to be around here. I don't care how old I get. I know, of course, I ain't gonna be, the every year you get older, something may not it's not gonna be the way it used to be when you're younger, but it is a great day to know I'm in good health. Let me see. People don't have any extra money to tip these days either. So these gig workers are getting entitled and mad. And that's another thing too, Aura. That's another thing. These gig workers are definitely getting out of hand. They are absolutely ridiculous because you have to understand, no matter what, if you are going to deliver food, these people may not tip you. When you accept the order, it's up to you to accept the order because a lot of times when you press that button and accept that order, nobody is entitled to give you a dime. Okay? Because if you accept that order, that means you wanted to do it or you felt the need to do it. So if they don't tip you, that's your problem. That's another thing. These people are too dang on entitled. Now, let me say this. If people were yeah, you would think that people will go ahead and give you a tip because you are doing them a service by dropping off the food at their house. You're giving it to them. You risk walking up their house. You don't know what it is. It could be a snake in the yard that's trying about to bite you. It might be a dog trying to come and attack you. You don't know who. Some weirdo outside drinking a bottle, looking at you going up. You don't know what you're going to encounter when you get to a person's house. So the least you can do is just go ahead and tip them to show some love or whatever. However, the driver also needs to understand that that person, if you accept that order, they don't have to give you a dime. So that's another reason why I think this gig work stuff is going down because there's no what is it? There's no decorum when it comes down to tipping and delivery. So What's the point? And I'm telling you right now, these people around here and where I live at, they cheap anyway. They just cheap. Cause I'm gonna be honest. It's been plenty of times I have delivered a lot of orders, and they have, you know what I'm saying, they gave me some very minimal tips that I'm like, especially the ones from the restaurants, you would think people be tipping you well on. It's crazy. I definitely believe in tipping. But you have people that don't have the same means to do so, and you can't just be tied to a tip. It's just the nature of the job. Yeah, exactly. 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 Keep that same energy because you can just um I mean, this is my whole thing. Or if you, hello Jay and hello Maria Thompson, how are you? Yeah, so I mean, if you yeah, you have to understand if somebody is not tipping, if you don't get a tip, I mean, okay, like I just said earlier, if you press the button and you accept the order, you pretty much signed yourself up to what you are you're originally going to get. Okay. Now, I mean, and that's why a lot of them, if they're doing DoorDash or Grub, I mean, I don't, well, I never did Grubhub or Uber Eats, so I'm not gonna even lie, but like DoorDash, for instance, if you go ahead and put yourself pay per order, that's what you need to sign up for, so you can understand what you are getting yourself into, and don't accept the order that you know you probably not gonna get a tip from. That's all you that way alleviate some of the headache and the irritation off the bat, because you can't, if you do it that hourly stuff, you can probably accept the order and you probably get $3. And not, yeah, you gonna get mad because you be like, dang. And just because a person ordering some kind of a certain from a certain restaurant don't mean that they gonna tip you great either. That don't necessarily mean anything, because half of them, the ones that be ordering that extravagant stuff, are the brokest people you will ever meet. So let's just be honest. One guy got mad at a woman because she left a $5 tip. He slung her food at her and told her that she had too nice of a house to tip that low. You don't know what the lady got going on. Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what I would have done in that situation. I would have. They see, yeah, I don't know. I might be one of them little whistleblowers or Karen and call the police on him, because you ain't about to come to my house and sling no food at me for no damn tip. Are you serious? You lost your mind. Yeah, you don't know what they, because these people probably just, a lot of people got houses. They probably cannot, not, I can't say they can't afford it, but they are on a limited budget. They bought that house when the rates were low. They don't know what that, yeah, like you said, they don't know what these people are going through. You don't know what kind of mortgage they got. You don't know what they're going through. So how are you going to expect them to give you more than a $5 tip? You accepted the order. What the hell is you? What? Wow. I'm sorry. That stuff teased me off. These people are absolutely too entitled. That's why they don't get too much. Because most of the gig workers I know, we grateful what we get. We know what we getting ourselves into. We know the nature of a servitude job or delivery drivers. We already know what to expect. We're not expecting nobody to give us all this money. I mean, give us no tip. It's not happening. So, oh, you know what? That's what I said. Or these people are just, they too entitled. You can't be too entitled these days, and you just gonna get your feelings hurt. I'm just speaking the real. I mean, and then like I said, and there's another one that they got these Spark drivers. I know a lot of people are quitting Spark, from what I understand, because the slots just opened for a delivery job. So Spark in my area, And for a long time, I couldn't sign up for Spark. Now I'm available to sign up for it, but it's like I don't know, man. People are so funny. They are so funny. Go find another way to make money and stop making your monetary insecurity someone else's problem. Exactly. Especially these days. Especially these days, because the whole point of the matter is get you. There's so many. This is why I try that. There's so many things you can find. I mean, you can do. There's so many side gigs. Some of them may take a little time for you to, get started. But there's so many things you can do to earn a little money on the side. That's why I said you don't have to just do DoorDash. You don't have to just necessarily do all those Instacart, Spark, Amazon Flex, all of them. I'm on Amazon Fresh, all of them. You don't have to necessarily do those. There's plenty of things you could possibly do. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. That gig work stuff, it really puts too much wear and tear on your car. So I don't know why anybody would think to do that now, unless you. Because I mean, I know some foreigners. They love delivery driving, or they feel like that's a way. Because a lot of them, they just come to this country, so they need some kind of income. I can understand that, but that stuff got too much wear and tear on your car. And if you are a poor person, or a person that live paycheck to paycheck, or a very strict budget, that's not good. Entitled sassy bastards. Yeah, that is they too entitled. But at the same time, they're gonna make it so that all these what's the names are gonna just go away. But they're gonna make sure that we don't have too many of these apps to where, or some these I'm kind of gonna we probably gonna start seeing the fall of some of these apps soon, because they even do. I know DoorDash. I was alerted that there was a warehouse, a little small warehouse, that they have fresh food. They kind of do it like they're trying to turn into like an Amazon, and I don't think that's gonna work out well for them. I'm gonna be honest, because the setup, from what I can tell, it looks really really janky, and it looks very very. It don't look strong at all. You should have saw what I saw. It was like what? Ugh, Lord. Excuse me, y'all. Like I said, anyway, but oh Jesus. All right, but yeah, y'all. Let's see. It may be poor circulation that helps. You might need a humidifier to help. It ain't really that, cause I cleaned up, and plus I got a dehumidifier. I use it. It ain't really that. It's one particular something that I don't want to discuss on camera. So that's the only reason. 'Cause otherwise, I'm fine. It is a female problem, and I am going to leave it there. Yeah, I am. All right, yo. I'll see y'all tomorrow, 6:30. Oh yeah, Wednesday. I am going to get. I'm gonna start early and get off early, because I am going to a um. I'm going to a fall revival, so I will be off camera. And I will get up there with y'all for a little bit. Then I'm gonna go on there, and then we pick right back up on our regular little hour, maybe 2 hours, kick it, however y'all want to do it. Thank you, or that's exactly what I'm about to do. I'm about to give me some nice ice cold water and drink the rest of these other fluids I got, and I'm about to knock myself out. So with that being said, I love y'all, heart y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video.